Hey, what's going on, guys? Operator Poopski here with part 4 of our Marsoc primary weapons. Today, the class we're covering is Marksman, and first on the list is the M40A5, which is a bit of a tricky one. It is a bolt-action rifle, sniper rifle, manual release bolt, manual cycled bolt. I'll explain what that is and show it in a second. Chambered in 7.62 NATO, and the magazine is only 5 rounds with 7 of said magazines. Second highest damaging rifle in the game. The range is 800 meters, which is not amazing. Like, there's other guns, other assault rifles that have that same range, but it's not bad by any stretch. The recoil is very high, and the rate of fire is very low. Any bolt-action rifle in this game is going to be slow, but the penetration is exceptional. I'm going to take this in with a bipod, because if you were ever to use this without a bipod, then you are making a mistake. So I'm just going to address the first thing, because I know everyone who is watching is sitting here wondering if I'm going to do it or not, and that is, after you shoot, you obviously have to cycle the bolt back to get the next round. That makes this gun and any other bolt-action gun, there's only one other in the game, not the fastest shooter. You're not going to be able to blam, blam, blam. Even the best of cyclers are not going to be able to shoot this very fast. That being said, if you do hit someone with this, they are for sure dead. Like, they're twice dead, if they could be twice dead. So, cycling another bullet, right now, the majority of players are going to do this. I would say the majority of new players who are not familiar with this or don't know any better are going to do this. And that right now is making anyone who knows better cringe, because you should not be taking your left hand to do this. You should be keeping your left hand on, taking your right hand off, and cycling it back. In real life, it would be a no-brainer. You would never do that in real life if you had this real gun, but for whatever reason in VR, your inclination is to just click off your left hand, because this is the hand that normally comes off your grip, and cycle it. And even though you can, you shouldn't. All right? Get in the habit of always, so you shoot, immediately click off your right grip, pull that bolt back. Now, to be fair, as far as VR goes, at least for me, I have an HTC Vive, the original HTC Vive. If I try to pull that bolt back, I'm getting very close to my head, and I'm hitting the headset, which that kind of sucks, but, it's just something that you get used to. But I can't stress enough, do not shoot and then do this. 1, because it's not as fast. 2, because now you're completely taking your sights off the target. See, you notice how you could still kind of keep it lined up, and I can't do it well, but you at least are ready to line up the next shot, especially if you have a bipod out. Actually, I take that back. If you have a bipod, it's kind of the opposite. You're not allowed to hold the gun with your left hand while you have a bipod, so if you are shooting with a bipod, then you have to do that. No way around it. It's kind of silly. I wish God, I am not a sniper. Well, I'm not a bolt-action sniper anyways. I wish you could hold it still, steady, and then still use your right hand, but that's just not how the game works. All right, here we go. Ready for it? Champion shot. Oh! Oh, wow! I didn't think I was going to get that. How about that? Okay, M40, A5, or whatever it is, bolt action. Ugh, pass. Okay, guys, next up is the MK17, which is going to look a lot like the MK16, but it is not technically the same gun. Because it is chambered in 7.62, whereas the MK16 is 5.56. Unfortunately, you do have less rounds per magazine, and but you still have the semi-auto and full auto options, which is great because as a sniper, this thing is going to pack a wallop as a semi-auto. But if you're in close quarters, you can still switch to the full auto and just drop some rounds. Great range, 600, what did I say, 600? 600 meters. The recoil is low. I mean, that bar seems a bit higher than other guns, but honestly, it's a very controllable gun. Decent rate of fire, fantastic damage, and fantastic penetration. I love this gun. I love it a lot, actually. Very recently, you'll see in one of my videos that I am still currently working on the John Wick one. I do some work with this one because I'll have the 2x holographic scope with the angled on the right sight, so I'm able to drop dudes at range, and then if I get swarmed, I switch over to that angled sight, and I'm able to drop guys with one shot. It's a fantastic gun. I highly recommend trying it out, even if you take it with the intention of using it as a rifleman. Try it out. It's my new favorite thing. So obviously you have your full auto. Not a huge rate of fire, but a controllable one. But again, only 20 rounds, which is an issue if you're not keeping track of that. But as a semi-auto, those 7.62 rounds are going to drop guys, and you'll notice that recoil is super manageable. And I'm actually doing a good job on the iron sights. I never shoot iron sights. As I miss. It's a fantastic gun, albeit an ugly one. Like I said before, I really don't like how this looks. I think it looks like a fat kid that isn't fat anymore, but he still is like, never mind. That's offensive. Anyways, it's a great gun. It's one of my favorites. Oh. Guys, next up is the M39 EMR. We've already seen this gun in the assault rifle class. It's one of those things where it's the same gun, but it has different attributes to it. Still chambered in the same 7.62 as it is in the Rifleman. Yes, you have a different amount of ammunition, but the penetration range, all that's still the same. But you do get the bipod, which super useful if you're good at using it. Frankly, I'm not, but it's always good to have it just in case you get to line up that, especially that first shot in co-op. I have already demoed this in the assault rifle class, so we'll just go ahead and we'll show you what it's like with a bipod, foregrip, and a big old scope. We'll walk it back over here. So this is actually, right now I'm not sure. I'm kind of tied between the M16 and the M39 right now. I'm not really sure which one I like more. I like them both quite a bit. And I don't actually typically use the 12x scope, but you gotta, with this level of magnification with the semi-auto, you're gonna do some work with this. Come on. There we go. And with the bipod, obviously, a bipod semi-auto with a highly accurate 7.62 rifle, yeah, if you have the right position and you're in control, you're going to do some work with it. Oh, yeah. And I actually don't even, like I said, I don't use the 12x scope. I typically use the 2x holographic, and I just bring that guy real close. And it's not as clean of a sight picture as the 12x, but the 12x just, it's a 12x. It lacks some flexibility. Tell you the truth, I'm not sure if I would bother using it personally. I don't think I use this as Marksman. I think I use it as I take this same build with the 2x, no bipod, as an assault rifle. That's just me. I'm sure there are players who are very good at using the bipod. I like to use it, but ultimately, like you'll see in my videos, I always try to use it, and then I'll get a couple of shots off that to no effect. And yeah, I'm too low to the ground. I can't even get a shot off right now. I can't even get a shot off. What am I even doing? I should just cut away. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope these videos have helped you to figure out what you want to use for the Marsoc class. Keep in mind, as we go on to the next classes, we're going to be getting into the Volk weapon classes, and it's just as important to get familiar with the Volk guns, because you never know when you're going to pick up a Volk weapon in co-op, or maybe there's a Volk weapon that you end up liking, or maybe in PvP you end up on the Volk side. You really don't know, so don't fall into that trap where you only are familiar with Marsoc weapons. That's a silly thing to do. So we'll catch you in the next video. I appreciate you. Thank you, and bye-bye.